Hello, welcome to episode 27 of Live.with Code.uk. This week we're looking at procedures and parameters. So we're going to write a Python program together that will draw some random stars in random coordinates by creating our own procedures. So a procedure and a function are both examples of subprograms, which are again examples of decomposition where you can break up a program into smaller parts. So we're going to make our own procedures that you can call as many times as you like, that make your code a bit easier to understand, and that allow you to repeat and reuse code. So this is a live coding video, as in we'll start from the beginning, from the ground up, and we'll see how the program all comes together. So we're going to use Turtle graphics. So we're going to start by importing two modules, one for drawing and one for random coordinates. So first of all, we need an object to be able to draw with, and I'm going to call it T. So we go inside the Turtle module and use the Turtle class to make T, so that we can do something like turtle.forwards, and I'm going to go forwards by 100 pixels. So this is a built-in procedure, as in it's built into Python. We've got it through the Turtle module, and it allows us to do some drawing. Next, we want to be able to draw a star. So let's see, for I in range, we're going to repeat a certain number of times. I'm going to go for a 9-pointed star, and then this line is now going to be repeated 9 times. But as well as moving forwards, we want to rotate. So t.right, we might have to do a certain amount of trial and error here, but if we turn right by 150 degrees and then repeat that 9 times, we'll get bored of waiting, so we'll speed up the turtle so that it goes a bit faster. So t.speed 0. So not far off. Let's try a slightly bigger angle. Yeah, there we go. So we get a 9-point star. All right. So this is quite useful. So this is kind of your setup code. We don't need to repeat that. But every time we draw a new star, we want to be able to repeat this. So let's define a procedure. So def draw star. The name of a procedure can be whatever you like, as long as it doesn't have spaces in. And we'll keep it like that for now. So we've told Python how to draw a star, as in we've defined that procedure, but we haven't actually told it to draw the star. To do that, you put the name of the procedure. So we've now told it to draw it, and you can then repeat that as many times as you like. So to draw 3 stars, we just write the name of the procedure 3 times. But they're all in the same place, so it looks like it's just one. So wouldn't it be helpful if, when we draw a star, we could specify an x coordinate and a y coordinate? Now we have an error because our definition has 2 arguments, which at GCSE we just call a parameter. It's data passed in. But we haven't ever told it where to draw them. So we can have one in the middle. We could have one at 100x, 100y, and one at maybe 0, 100. So we've passed the data in, but we're not actually using those x and y coordinates. So let's have a look and see what we can do. So I'd like to be able to teleport to those coordinates first, but it doesn't know how to go to somewhere else. We can do turtle.goto, but notice how it kind of moves with the pen. So actually, I'm going to make a new procedure called goto. We'll define it. It needs to know where to go to. And first of all, let's lift the pen up, which I think would work, but it might be easier to understand if we say actually lift the pen up. And then we need to put the pen back down again so we can carry on drawing after, and then go to those coordinates that we're sending as data into our procedure, which we call parameters. Okay, so now we can go to those coordinates, but instead of specifying where they're going to be, it'd be nice if we could make them random. So let's now repeat this 10 times. So for I in range, can't spell properly, 10. This time we only need to call it once, because that line is going to be repeated 10 times. As in, this line is going to make it repeat 10 times, and this is the line that is going to be repeated 10 times. So we can put x and y in here, and generate a value for x and y. So x is going to be random from our random module dot rand int, somewhere between minus 150 and positive 150. I think the coordinates of your default canvas are from minus 200 to plus 200. And then we'll do the same help for y. So now we've got 10 stars, all in random positions. Now notice we've got a variable here, a global variable, as in you can access it anywhere in the program, called x, and you pass that value into draw star here, and this is now a local variable with the same name as x, but it didn't have to have the same name here. We could call it, say, x coordinate and y coordinate, and it would still work because x coordinate is the global variable, but within this procedure here, it just deals with the parameter up here, and that parameter is called x. So that's kind of an extra level of benefit from your procedure, because you can do what you like in this procedure without damaging the global variables that happen over here. But I don't want to call them coordinate. I just want it to be x and y. I think it's fairly straightforward to know what they mean. So next I'd like some random colours. So let's generate some random colours. Let's say colour, spelled the English way. It doesn't have to be, you could be consistent, because Python tends to use the American way. But I'm English, I'm going to go for the English spelling if I can. Random.choice. And then we'll give a list of all of the colours we can choose from. So a string with red, a string with green. You can put your own colours in here if you want. It would make sense to have a yellow star, wouldn't it? Maybe a blue one, why not? And then we've chosen a colour, but we've not set that colour. As in the variable colour, if we control full stop to step through, notice when we go past here, it's not going to go through each line because we're not running it yet, we're just defining it. But down here, it's chosen colour as yellow. So now we want to use that to display the stars in that colour. So we'll do t dot colour, spelled the American way because it's built in to Python. Colour, the variable that I chose, because I'm British, I've chosen to call it the British spelling. So they're all the same colour at the moment, and I like to fill them in as well. So let's see. When we draw a star, we can say t dot begin fill to begin filling it in, and then when we finish drawing the star, we can say t dot end fill. So now hopefully that'll be filled in. Okay, so a couple of challenges to work through, and then you remember you've got links in the description to all of the remote learning activities. Challenges. Challenge number 1 should be nice and easy. Make all the stars smaller. So that just means moving forwards by a smaller number, but you can experiment with that if you want and make it a random number if you prefer. Challenge number 2, again fairly easy. Just draw 20 stars instead of 10. And then challenge number 3 is make all the stars random colours. At the moment, they are a random colour, but they're all the same random colour. If you choose a new random colour for each star, you just have to move the order of the lines around a little bit so that you choose a new colour within your loop instead of before your loop. So remember that you can have links to in the description on YouTube or on live.withcode.uk. You can type out the code as fast as you can to improve your accuracy or speed, edit the code, tweak it and work through the challenges, do the K-Pride activities, and remember your school can sign up for the free weekly competitions so that your teachers can track your progress and you can hopefully get some points and prizes. And there's an extension challenge as well as the final activity. All the very best, look after yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.